All right, this is episode 2 of You're a Dad's Action Movies podcast. I don't even remember the fucking name of my own podcast, but it is what it is. Second episode. I am doing I Am Warth. I just seen this on Netflix. It's free if you have, or not free, but if you have Netflix, you can watch it on Netflix. Just check it out. This movie stars John Travolta and the guy from not Criminal Intent, but SVU, Special Crimes Victim. You know, whatever the fucking TV show is. I think his name's Stabler in the thing, so that's how I'm going to refer to him in this podcast. But I'm watching this movie with John Travolta, and right off top, he looks completely weird and fake in this movie. It's just the wig or whatever the fuck he's wearing just completely throws me off. I can't stop staring at it. But let's get into this movie. This movie shows a woman doing some research work at a table while her family is watching the news. All of a sudden she's famous. That's what she says. But as we get into the movie, this woman picks up John Travolta from the airport. And just by not watching this movie or seeing this movie and all the stuff that's going on, I am not interested in this movie. This movie is just bullshit to me. It's supposed to be an action movie. It's under action category and all that fucking shit. But as the movie goes on, I'm just going to get just into it because I'm not going to break down every single little thing about this movie. But the wife is murdered, all right? She's killed. It looks like it's supposed to be a mugging, but it's not looking like a mugging. It's being very predictable. And John Travolta gets hit in the head with a crowbar. This woman gets stabbed in the chest. Neck area is never really shown, but he made it look real easy as the lady was stabbed in the chest neck area. Like there was no effort. She's just dead. He takes her purse. All this fucking shit. But lo and behold, as I watch this movie, I kind of figure out what the basis of the movie is all of a sudden, because what she was researching is why she's being killed. And as she's being killed for what she's researching, John Travolta needs to figure out why. Also, too, all these criminals all of a sudden are being protected by the police because as they catch the guy, he actually identifies the guy in a lineup. The cops don't do shit but let this guy go. This guy is laughing and smirking in John Travolta's face, and he's like, what's going on? Why are you not letting him go? All this fucking bullshit. But come to find out, that John Travolta is like seeing all this being corrupt, seeing that nothing can be done. But lo and behold, he is a ex-Marine, ghost recon, such and such military black ops person. And him being this, it doesn't say it right away, but I just kind of figure it the fuck out. And as everyone is being murdered and killed in this movie, and like I said, this movie is just all over the place. It makes no fucking sense. He just wants to get names. He's trying to find out who these people are so he can get vengeance. And he's not calling it vengeance, he's just calling it justice. And as he's calling it justice and all this stuff is happening, it's just like he's picking these people off one by one, murdering them. And you would wonder, why am I doing this movie? Because if it sucks so much, which I wouldn't recommend watching, but if it is, you can, whatever the fuck it is. But now let's just say that this movie has every action trope that I like. It had me laughing at the movie. It didn't have me laughing with the movie. There's completely different aspects to that. And when I mean laughing at the movies, it's just bullshit. It's just everything that I love about action movies in it, but not being a great movie. Like I said, it's not well acted by John Travolta. The banter between him and Stabler in the movie, it's decently funny, but not great. And like I said, and when I always talk about these movies, when I talk about action movies, what I like about action movies is neck breaking, shit exploding, fucking people dying, just crazy action stuff like that. And in this movie, look, there was a wrist snap, headshots, and with the amount of people dying, getting cut, getting shot, getting blown up, the blood was at a minimum. So there's like literally no blood. There's so many movie things that are happening in this that you just can't help not point it out. All right, but let's get into this. These guys kill the first person that was sought after because he was there who killed the guy's wife. And when he goes in there to do it, they kill him. Obviously, I'm saying, I just said it. They throw his body into a garbage can, pour whatever they have in this flask over the body in this garbage can, light the body on fire, and it goes one, two, boom. Obviously, this is an empty garbage can because you can hear it. You can hear the body fall in there. It hits the metal. And the body explodes after you light it on fire. Bodies don't explode when you light them on fire. I just thought that was funny. I thought it was hilarious. And it's just something I like because when shit explodes when it's not to explode or when it's not possible for it to explode, it's just hilarious to me. And I like it. And then, the second fight comes in, and they're going through, and, Stabler is in a barber shop that he owns that actually happens to be a front for whatever business he's doing for illegal arms and all that fucking shit. He takes on 3 people. 1 person with a gun, 1 person with a knife, 1 person with a bat. Twists the gun out of the guy's hand, takes the knife, stabs the guy in the fucking chest 3 or 4 times, and then turns around and takes a fucking bat with nails in. A bat with nails in. I don't know why they have a bat with nails in it, but it is what it is. Takes it in the shin. Bat snaps. He goes, man, that really hurt, and then stabs the guy. So once again, like I said, you had 2 people stabbed, no blood, and he took a bat to the shin. Instead of breaking his shin, he broke the bat. And these guys are in their elderly age. They're playing age appropriate. And when I mean age appropriate, these guys got to be at least late 50s as they're playing this movie, because he has grandkids, and I'm just being generous at 50. You know what I'm saying? He could literally be 60 in this movie, but it never fucking, really talks about how old they are. But you know what, though? Like I said, I'm getting to the gist of these movies, and I'm watching these movies, and I just think it's hilarious because, like I said, there's so many movie tropes, there's so many movie things, and like even with the end battle scene, and in the battle scene, it's the governor versus this, which if you guys didn't fucking figure it out by watching this movie or me listening, because like I said, I'm going to go in every direction with this podcast because it makes no fucking sense about this movie. This movie has the worst timeline, has the worst acting. It just has bullshit that is just like, what the fuck is going on? But, like I said, I watched it, I finished it, and I laughed at it. This movie could have literally ended 3 fucking times, but they just continued and continued and continued. Alright, and these are the kind of things that I just fucking find hilarious, because it's like, why does the movie keep going? Look, after you kill the main bad guy, they set it up, he's shot, and they could literally just blacked it out and left it at that, and it left you thinking. But no, it continued on, because as it faded out of scene, it showed him in the hospital. Obviously, he was wearing a bulletproof vest after he took like fucking 20 shots to the chest, still surviving from high-powered rifles, shotguns, whatever, it might be from a distance, but still, he's alive. And then you would think it'd be over there, like, all right, shows him alive, and then it's going to fade out. No. The lawyer comes in that all of a sudden, because his clearance, because of his past, because of all this stuff, he's going to go to federal prison hospital. I've never heard of a federal prison hospital, but if there's a federal prison hospital, I guess there is. So that's where they're sending him. And he's going to go to a jail, or not a jail, but to a court where there's no lawyers, there's no jury. He's just going to go to prison for killing everybody in this fucking movie. Because he apparently, Ghost Recon, retired, fucking military background, killing everybody, but nobody's allowed to know about it because he's just set loose this whole fucking thing. And, it's just fucking hilarious to me that this is even being said. And then also, too, they're like, oh, there's no visiting hours, no this and this. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Are you serious? You're not going to let this person see this person just because if they're in the hospital, he's in a fucking coma or whatever the fuck's going on? Because they don't really specify what his condition is. He's just laying in a fucking bed with one of those air masks on. And then eventually, she breaks in, she slips him a gun. And you don't see him slipping a gun. You just see her running in there and hugging her and telling her dad loves her. But this movie's so predictable, so obviously he gave her something, which is something I said. And then as we get more into the movie, all of a sudden there's a changing of the guards. The police are relieved. And lo and behold, it's one of the people that he thought he killed that didn't get killed. Because obviously in the scene, and this is the guy's locked in the trunk, the car explodes, but he happens to jump out of the car right when it explodes. But the thing is, it doesn't show him landing. It doesn't show him. So obviously this car exploded and completely vaporized, so it's no longer a car. It's nothing. It's just fucking gone. But as they jump out, the CGI is so bad that all they did was just delete the guy out of the scene as it exploded. But nonetheless, this guy is right here, getting ready to shoot him. Obviously, the daughter gave him something, so apparently it's going to be a gun. But at the same time, in the back, Stabler's behind the curtain, dressed as a doctor, shoots this guy in the head. Shoots this guy in the head. There's a little blood splatter on the wall. That's about as much blood as we've gotten in this movie. And as he kills him, they're having banter back and forth. He pulls him out. I got a plan. Let's get the fuck out of here. And they're just fucking going back and forth. He rolls a wheelchair over. Obviously, the wheelchair would have rolled through blood. Would have rolled through the whole hospital as he escaped, but that's not the fucking case. And you know what? Like I said, it's just like there's just so much movie logic in this. And I'm going to call it movie logic because in the movies, it makes sense to them. It just doesn't make sense to us for the people that are common sense people. So, as they escape, you would think that would be the end of the movie. But yet, no. That is not the end of the movie. What ends up happening is they show, the family, the son, the daughter, her husband, getting a postcard saying, I love you. And it names it's a postcard from the country wherever they're at, or I'm just assuming that's where they're at, saying, I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to see you guys. So obviously this guy's in not in a different country, saying that, hey, when you get a chance, come fucking see me. I'm still fucking alive. And yet, you don't think people are going to come fucking get him? Like, how easy is it to fucking intercept the mail? These guys do all this other bullshit, and yet you're just going to send a random fucking postcard saying, hey, this is where I'm at. I can't wait to fucking see you. You know, and then one of the issues that I have in this movie, you know, because like I said, that's where the movie ends. Plain and simple. That's just how it goes. It's just him narrating the letter to her, you know, as she reads it, and so blah, blah, blah. But the issue I have with the movie, and it goes to a scene where they're in the house, after, you know, because he's a father and he's got grandkids and all this stuff, he's telling them to get out of there. And as he tells them to get out of the house, it's not safe. They know who I am. They know who you are, blah, blah, blah. But what ends up happening is, all right, the bad guy, one of the main protagonists, but the main, shows up to the granddaughter's house, his daughter's house, and is like, get your father on the phone. And to get your father on the phone, and she's like, my phone's in the kitchen, so she goes to the kitchen. All right. Obviously, you have your daughter and your son, and which is, like I said, it never describes who this person is. I'm not going to go back to double check because I don't give a fuck. But there's a younger girl, the son, and the mom, and I'm assuming that's what it is because this could be a sister or whatever the fuck, or stepsister or sister-in-law, whatever the fuck it might be. And so she, you know, they're in the room with the kid, and the mom gets the phone. She texts the dad, or she's getting ready to text the dad, but some noise is made. And once the noise is made, she grabs a knife out of the sink. And when she grabs the knife out of the sink, she stabs the guy in the fucking arm. And when she stabs the guy in the arm, the second main protagonist shoots this girl in the chest. And yet there's no emotion, there's no thought, there's no process, there's no acting, there's no acknowledgement of the shot. This person is dead. Dead. The little kid is not acting. The little kid is not responding. The mom's the same fucking thing. It's like this person just shot, is in the scene just to be shot, and yet no one acknowledges who this fucking person is. And since no one acknowledges who this person is, and like I said, the mom grabs the son like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 I'm here to protect you. Yet this person is dead on the couch right next to this kid, and no one acknowledges who this person is. This is just kind of shit that frustrates me. I'm like, why is this person even here? Who the fuck is this person? And why is this person being shot and no one gives a fuck about? Obviously, they're in your house. Obviously, they're trying to help you. Obviously, they're there to help protect. But yet, there is no emotional response. And even at the end of the movie, there's no funeral, there's no memorial, there's no grief, there's no thought, there's no anger from this person who's being shot, which I'm assuming is the daughter. All right, but yet there's nobody there. There's nothing happening, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? All right, but it just frustrates me because, like I said, this person is just not acknowledged as being shot. Obviously, they're supposed to be somebody. But like I said, this is a horrible fucking movie. This is a horrible fucking movie. I Am Wrath. And what even kills me too is I Am Wrath is said twice in this movie. All right, twice in this movie. This guy gets a tattoo by the killer of his wife, and it says I Am Wrath. All right, right on his fucking back. Huge. This is very fucking it's like goddamn like. And then as he kills the main protagonist in this fucking movie, gets to fuck what? He asks, "Who the fuck are you?" I am Wrath. And it's said so fucking stupidly. It's said so fucking bad. So twice we had the title of the movie in the fucking movie. And yet, why is this movie called I Am Wrath? You know what I'm saying? They could have came up with a better fucking name. They could have came up with a better fucking what's called. You know, John Travolta. This is 2016. That's when this movie came out. I want to say 2016 because I'm not double checking because I give a fuck less about the facts of this movie. But it's just his acting just went down. His acting's just so fucking horrible now. I remember watching all these movies. Face Off, classic fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? It just frustrates me. Or you know, even Broken Arrow. You know, but yet John Travolta, you're doing this crap. John Travolta, you're letting this shit happen. Why? What the fuck happened? Something went down where you can't fucking make good movies anymore. You know what I'm saying? I watched it. I just thought I have time before work. I saw something interesting. It popped up a few times on my feed. I'm like, all right, I'll check it the fuck out. You got my attention, and yet you lost my attention. And I had more fun talking shit about this movie while watching this movie than anything else. So if you're gonna ask me how this movie was, it sucks. It's horrible. Don't watch it. Don't check it out. But if you want to see a horrible John Travolta movie, well, here you fucking go. It looks fake as fuck. The acting is horrible. The action is great. I'm going to give it the action. It had the thing. It made me turn my head once when he snapped the wrist. The body exploded. They smashed a car. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I liked it. There was a lot of funny parts in it. There was a lot of good killing. No blood. But, you know, this is the kind of stuff that I like. So, you know, this is the Angry dad podcast doing your dad's action movie podcast. And you know what? Check it the fuck out. All right? And if you ever have any tips, tricks, or fucking movies that you want to throw my way, go ahead and email me. All the information will be in the bottom. You can email me at therealangrydadpodcast@gmail.com. All that good shit. Thank you guys for listening and all that. All right? I'll see you guys on the next one.